The U.S. used car market won't recover until 2025. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but prices of new and used cars seem to be fluctuating literally every day. And you probably don't want to hear this, but the car industry for both new and used vehicle markets, which has seen prices skyrocket in 2022, won't recover for 3 years. Now, the car insurance savings app Jerry, as well as other sources, are saying that there are signs that the used car market is headed back in the direction to normal. Well, prices have begun to fall, and some analysts are predicting significant declines for 2023. And automakers are fixing the supply chain disruptions, particularly those of the semiconductors or chips that caught them flat-footed and disseminated vehicle production, causing consumer demand to spill over. And again, we couldn't meet that demand, and it impacted the used car market. The disruptions of the past few years will likely reverberate through the used car market for years to come, as a 1 to 3 year used vehicle, particularly those models most on demand, remain in short supply. This means that barring a severe recession that destroys consumer demand, any downside for the used car market, particularly newer vehicles, will likely be limited. Well, it looks like interest rates are rising again, and this is bad news for the new and the used car market. Before we jump down this rabbit hole, I want to remind you to subscribe and click that little bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. We give you more than car reviews and first looks of new vehicles. We give you car smarts, because knowledge is power. Believe it or not, we still have a shortage of these types of semiconductors used in automobiles, and it's still limiting production. And the supply of chips likely won't meet the automakers' demand for another year or even 2. Production of as many as 15 million vehicles have been cut by global automakers in 2021 and 2022, with another 2 to 3 million vehicles missing for 2023. That's millions of vehicles that would have hit the used car market in the next 2 or 3 years. But now there won't be the future used cars hitting the market. And in 2023, the total volume of used cars expected to flow through wholesale markets to retailers and then to buyers is projected to be about 31% lower than 2019. This is according to Cox Automotive. For 2022, the number of leased vehicles flowing to the used car market after the lease expires is expected to be a total of about 400,000 vehicles. That's 2.1 million vehicles fewer than 2019, a decline of 84%. That impact on the used car sales in 2025 and 2026 is where you're going to see another shortage. Maybe you're considering a new car. There are no incentives or discounts, and you probably won't see that until the supply chain and the chip shortage is repaired. People are then looking at used cars. Fewer new vehicles on dealer lots means more people will look to buy lightly used cars, and that 1 to 3 year old versions of the preferred models are going to be in high demand. It also means that eventually fewer lightly used vehicles will flow into the used car market as trade-ins. Making matters worse is that another key source of vehicles for used car market has also almost entirely dried up. Prior to the COVID-driven market upheaval, most people who leased vehicles gave them up when their leases were due and declined to exercise their right to purchase them. But soaring prices for lightly used vehicles changed the math. Previously, someone would return a lease, usually found that vehicle $1,500 to $2,000 less than what they agreed upon in their lease agreement, and that's according to Manheim Automotive. But this year, these vehicles are worth $7,000 to $9,000 more, so the vast majority of people are executing that purchase option, meaning 2 million vehicles or fewer vehicles will hit the market that are used for this year and next year. That is a problem for supply chain. The incredible bull market for used cars has likely peaked as new car production recovers and demand softens, thanks to higher interest rates and deteriorating economic conditions, but there will be a shortage of 1 to 3 year old vehicles for years to come. This will keep a floor under pricing, particularly for the most popular models. That's likely to provide some relief for some people who have bought such a vehicle in the past 2 years, not so much for those shopping now or in the next few years. For 2023, interest rates are rising, so consumer demand will decrease, even if new and used car prices drop. Industry problems with getting new cars off the production line and into the dealerships won't be solved until 2023. And as for electric cars, lithium, nickel, and cobalt are crucial elements for electric car batteries, and their prices have skyrocketed, which means electric vehicle prices will be impacted by growing material costs. If you don't need a car right now, be patient and maintain the vehicle you have. There is so much more to discuss on this. Put your comments down below and let's start the conversation. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you have any questions, because you always do, I'll be happy to answer them. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee. The link is in the description, plus all the links for our website, social media, book, and podcast. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.